Hello YouTube, I am back with another Mafia 2 video, and I hope you enjoy. Today, I know the last video I did on it, I somewhat did a small review on Mafia 2, I guess you could say. But today I'm going to do a little bit more in-depth of a review, I guess. As you can see, I changed my clothes in my car. I'm not doing the same thing. But this is another DLC car, by the way. It's a sweet car. I think it's the same pack. Yeah, same pack because it's like a Rough Rider pack, which is also the clothes I'm wearing. You would get these clothes with the car pack. But anyways, enough of that. Let's do a little bit of a review on the game. Alright, so the game came out in 2010, and as I mentioned, the graphics, they're not bad for a 2010 game. So if you judge it by that scale, the graphics are actually, I would say they're very fair. And as for me as a gamer, I've never really been a big guy about graphics. If they weren't great, they weren't great. I didn't really mind. As long as I could make out what I'm moving around, that was all I cared about. You know, I wasn't too big into it. If it had really, awesome graphics, it was a plus, but it wasn't something that made me not want to play the game, if that makes sense. So, I mean, if you're looking for the best graphics ever, this might not be the game, but they're pretty decent, so they're decent enough to tell me that they look good. But let's move on. Also, gameplay, it's very fluid. There's never really any lag in the game as far as I've ever played it, and I've played it a lot. So, as far as I know, there's no like frame rate drop or anything in it. It's a clean game when that comes to that. Oh shoot, you gotta be careful here. But yeah, when it comes to that, there's no frame rate dropping or intense lag. There might be a section where you might lag a little bit if you're getting shot really bad and you're driving fast. It might lag a tiny bit, but no frame rate dropping or anything. None of that crazy stuff. The gameplay itself is very solid. It's got a very replayable story. I've played it over 10 times probably, which half of those have been on the hardest difficulty. So I've definitely logged my hours for this game. This game has been very much of a useful game. It's a game I also play when I'm just bored and don't know what game to play. This is the first game I think of. Overall, really fun. Nothing crazy in the game. It's not like its counterparts Grand Theft Auto or anything. It's like those games, but it's not the same. It's not no crazy game where you got a bunch of that crazy nonsense in the video game. It's just simply guns, mafia families and cars. And it's really it's not a squeaky clean game, but so it's not suitable for small children, I would say, because it's got blood and it has some language, which you can turn that off, which I do. If you're asking me that question, I turn mine all the way down because it's just it's not that good. But you don't want to hear all that. But even if you did want to hear it, it's whatever. You can turn that down or on, whatever you want to do with that. The controls are really good for the game as far as gameplay controlling, for firing weapons, aiming weapons. The driving controls, I know some games just have a really whacked out control system, and that's just not this game. This game has a lot of good controlling. As far as the cars, it does the L2, R2 triggers. You're able to completely look around your car as you see me doing here. Able to look behind, whatever you want to do, it's all there. And nothing's off limits. No vehicle is off limits. So, actually there's one kind of vehicle that's off limits, and it's that car right there. You can't drive that. But say I just want to steal this car, I can take it, which there's a cop coming, which is not good. But you can take any car you want, pick any car, you can take it. There's nothing that holds you back. So big or small, they're all available. Not all buildings are able to be gone into. Obviously, if you look at the map here, I just haven't discovered some buildings over here, but if it's got a symbol in front of it and a nice big bright shining sign, like, you would think that's a shining sign, but you can tell by the way it looks, that's just not a building you can go inside. let me find you a building you can go inside. Oops. This thing has so much torque, it just, when it takes off, it flies. Alright, there we go. That's the store you can go inside right there. As you can see, it popped up an emblem. You can go inside this store here. It's actually an arms dealer. He deals guns. You know, I didn't want to open the door that way. Give me a shotgun, dang it. So, you know, you can just walk up to him and buy whatever you like. Of course, right now he only has handguns because you're really early in the game. But later on you'll get shotgun and M1 Garand that this guy will sell. He'll also sell 44 Magnum. He don't sell any fully automatic weapons. You're not going to find them there. You'll have to go to a military dealer or just find them off your opponents, cops, whatever you find them off of. Now this game, it is a solely single player game. There's no split screen and there's no online. There is an online leaderboard just for miles traveled, people killed, that sort of thing, but there is no online play. So if you're buying a game like this solely for an online experience, you're not going to have that. And I like online games, but even though this isn't an online game, it doesn't really define whether it's good or bad. I don't honestly know why they didn't put an online experience on it. They should have. They really should have. They could have, even if it would have been a little bit cheap or cheesy, they could have still done it. For whatever reason, maybe they just didn't have enough time to put that mode into it because they were doing so well at making the campaign for it, the story mode. So there's no online play, as I said. You're not going to find that in this game. But if you ask me, it doesn't affect it. I don't think there's really any reason to not buy it because of that. It's really, I mean, it would have been better, yes, but it doesn't come down as a negative, I don't think. The game is far well enough to support itself on single player, which a lot of games these days are not single player games. They're all multiplayer enhanced. They don't even care about the story, really. If you ask me, there's a lot of games that just, they do only multiplayer, and really, as a game, multiplayer, okay, everybody knows this, the system's gonna die out one day, right? Just like the PlayStation 2 and Xbox and Wii did. They all died out, you know? They lasted a good bit. They probably lasted longer than these consoles will, Xbox 360 and PS3. But, you know, everybody knows at one point this system's gonna die as far as internet accessibility, and you're not gonna be able to play Call of Duty anymore with your friends. So what do you have after that? You don't have any, you know, online experience anymore. No more Battlefield multiplayer. You know, no more online activities to play with your friends. It's all solo, like the old days. So then what you have there is you have a weak Call of Duty campaign, a weak Battlefield campaign, and a strong Mafia 2 campaign. And basically at that point, if you just want to play the console, you're going to have to play by yourself or split screen. So you need a game that's able to support that. Maybe both, but this game is just single player, which it does fine for that, really. I mean, it never affected me. Oh boy. Okay, well, I just died. That's oftentimes what happens when I'm distracted, which is, I'm distracted right now. But no harm, no foul. We'll be back in the mission in no problem. No time. But you know, the single player, it's a rockin' experience. There's just so much you can do. Lots of places to go. Lots of cars to drive, customize. There's so much you can do in the game for single player. I wish you could customize your house. You cannot do that, but you can mess around with things like turn on your shower or sink or lights. So like, you know, turned off my lights, you can open and close your doors. Don't know why this one's centrally located where it's got two doors, not sure why. You know what? We're gonna waste Joe's water. That sounds good. There's a bathroom in here. Basically, there's nothing you can't do as far as that goes in your interior. There's not really anything you can't do. Sorry about that. But, I mean, the clothes, there's not like a whole selection of clothes as far as just like a crazy amount of clothes. Maybe like a test drive unlimited 2 kind of clothing. I think that might be the most amount of clothes I'd ever seen in a game was Test Drive Unlimited 2. There's just so many clothes to choose from. But, I mean, it's not like that. There's a lot of clothes, which, actually, just to take a second here, I did not know that he was an airborne. I should have known, but I didn't know. I should have known by the front. I never looked at his uniform, actually, but I should have known he's an airborne. That's really cool. If I was ever to join the armed forces, I would definitely want to be a airborne paratrooper. They're just really cool. It's something I wouldn't want to do. I've thought about it, but anyways, so that's cool. If you guys didn't know, the very first mission, he's in what is it, Italy or Sicily? Sicily, I think. He's in Sicily because he had done some stuff in the States, and they gave him 2 choices: jail or serve in the military for a couple of years. And not to tell you the whole story, but he gets out, and so now he's back home. But that's just a little DLC package, and this is one of the DLC cars also that actually comes with that package. It's just Willie's Jeep. Kind of cool though. I mean, you can customize it, make it fast, which is still slow, but you can customize it to make it faster, and paint it, and add vinyls, supercharger, all that stuff. But there's lots of roads. I mean, you press the map, it doesn't really look like a huge map, but yet it's good enough that if you actually just discover almost every single road, there's enough roads there to really it's got a pretty good amount of time in just discovering your surroundings, finding new shops, closer shops to your house. Train. This is a little secret place. I'm sure everybody that's ever played the game would know this is here because there's a mission that takes you to this exact point. But it's a nice little peaceful, secluded place. Used to be a nice little diner, but just a little place. You can come out here, and as you can see, it's not closed off. You can just walk right in. Walk right in here, do whatever, pull out a gun, break the glass. It's not like, unable to be broken. I guess there's no glass there. I thought there was. Oh, maybe there is. Yeah. It's not taken nicely to a little handgun. We'll just shoot it with a shotgun. Vandalize the place a little bit. Make it look a little more like home. Make it look a little bit more like the situation implies, that it's just a really old, rundown place. There we go, we're good. Oh, there's glass on that door. Oh, there we go, it cracked it. Good. Pretty much almost everything is destructible. Obviously, look at this. This is just amazing what you can do here. I think you can even shoot the plate off. Yep, shoot the plate off. Still seems somewhat still structured inside here. Not the best though. It looks like it's coming apart. But you get the point. It's falling apart. You can tear it up a good bit. it's not undestructible. Oh, out of shotgun shells. Well, that's it for that, because I'm not going to be able to destroy that with a handgun. Might be a 45, but it's not going to do anything to that. He's like, ugh. Okay. Well, I think that'll conclude this video, but I just wanted to give a little bit more in-depth of a review. I can't really think of anything else to say. I mean, it's got a really great single player. I can't stress that enough. It's got a great single player, great for just, you know, okay, you don't want to play online with your friends, you just want to sit back on your couch, your bed, and just play a simple match of game or whatever. You know, you don't want to be bothered by messages or campers or other pathetic things online. You know, you just want to take a break, take a second to enjoy a quiet gameplay experience in your room. And this game definitely delivers that. This is not a game that has people that bother you every second, or at all. I mean, it's just a single player experience. And I still love this game so much. This has been one of my very first games of this type where it's just open world free roam, like a shooting open world free roam, and it's just opened the doors to a lot of other good games that I've found. This game, I played the demo, and the demo, if you've ever played the demo, all you gotta do is play the demo and you'll want to buy this game. And I'm not gonna lie, the demo does not, they should have made it a little bit longer. If you just choose to free roam, you can do the mission, but you can also free roam for the 20 minutes. Or you can wait till it's almost over and then go to the mission. That way you can really get a chance to free roam for a little bit and then go back to the mission, and it doesn't affect it. You just have 20 minutes to get to the mission, or 18 minutes, or whatever it was. But that demo, it's not trying to glorify the game. It doesn't. I've played it a few different times, and it's nothing different. It's literally just a shaved portion. They just give you a little bitty mission and a little free roam, and that's basically it. They don't try to give you I know if you play some demos, they look really good, and then you get the game and it's terrible. That's not this. The demo is perfect, and then it's basically just, if you play the demo, the game's only gonna get better, because there's more stuff you're gonna be able to do. But I think they did very well in producing that demo and putting it out there. It greatly, obviously, I mean, I never heard of the game before. I played the demo and I already wanted to buy it, so it's pretty good. I strongly suggest you buy it. If not, you know, you can look up some more videos. That's all I'm going to do on Mafia 2 for now, on videos, but, you know, if you still haven't been convinced yet, you can look at some other videos by some other people, and hopefully they can show you some things maybe I didn't show you. It's just a really great experience, and it's an experience every gamer should have. That's my conclusion on it. But thanks for watching, and look for more videos to come, and I'll see you later. Peace out.